Hello sir, my name is Agus Vincentius. I'm from management. Today I want to talk about travel regulation. Categories of travelers. A. Staff members. Travelers who hold a letter of appointment under the United Nations staff regulation and staff rules for either a temporary fixed term, continuing or permanent appointment. Other travelers. This category of individuals includes, but it's not limited to, family members of staff members, United Nations officials other than Secretariat staff members, members of organs or subsidiary organs of the United Nations, participants in advisory meetings, consultant, individual, contractor, United Nations volunteers, and uniformed personnel. Primary consideration regarding whether face-to-face contact is required. Prior to initiating official travel, staff members and other travelers, if applicable, in coordination with program manager or UMOJA travel and shipment approvers, must explore and confirm that direct face-to-face contact is indeed necessary, that all other alternative methods, such as video conference, audio conference, or other remote business methods, have been carefully reviewed and were found not to be effective, and that physical travel is therefore necessary. Authorization for official travel. Staff members shall be responsible for ascertaining that they have the proper authorization before commencing travel. Prior to raising a travel request, staff members and other travelers, if applicable, must submit a corresponding absence request in the UMOJA Employee Self-Service Time Management Module and obtain approval from their program manager. All travel at the organization's expense for all categories of travelers must be processed through the UMOJA travel module. Travel by commercial aircraft or train may not be procured via purchase order, contract or other means. Travel undertaken at no expense to the organization is subject to the travel policy of the organization and require the creation of an UMOJA travel authorization or expense report in order to build a comprehensive travel history for the traveler and thus ensure that the administration can administer entitlements in a timely and correct manner. Trips that don't require the creation of a travel request prior to departure. A travel request is not required to be created in UMOJA by the travel prior to departure if the following four conditions are met. No more than 3 nights of daily subsistence allowance or mission subsistence allowance will be claimed by the traveler. No travel advance is required by the traveler. The model of travel doesn't include passage on a commercial aircraft, train, bus, or ferry purchased by the organization in advance. Purchase of tickets. All travel agencies or travel management companies shall be contractually obliged to provide the most economical ticket available. Should a traveler become aware that a more economical ticket is available from a different source, the traveler may alert the respective travel processing office and provide supporting documents such as screenshots, quotation, and any other relevant information. A meaningful comparison is normally only possible at the same time as ticket issuance, as the true cost of a ticket is only established at the point in time. Medical clearances. Prior to the start of travel, it is the traveler's individual responsibility to obtain the required medical clearances with the Healthcare Management and Occupational Safety and Health Division of the Department of Operational Support of the Design United Nations Medical Service. Security clearances. It is the traveler's individual responsibility to obtain the required security clearances prior to the commencement of all travel. Failure to obtain the required security clearance prior to travel may result in the traveler becoming ineligible to make a claim under the malicious acts insurance policy. Deviation for personal convenience from the approved route, mode of transportation, or standard of accommodation. Staff members must indicate for themselves and or for their eligible family members their intent to deviate for reasons of personal convenience from the approved mode, dates, route, or standard of accommodation when submitting a travel request in Umoja. In accordance with Chapter 7 of the Staff Rules and Section 7 of the Instruction as amended, travel on training. To ensure the correct application of the travel policy, all travelers whose travel is related to training must indicate in the comment section of the travel request whether they are traveling as trainer or trainee. This annotation will be validated during the travel and shipment approval process. Travel advances. As per Section 11 of the instruction, travel advances will only include DSA and all terminal expenses applicable to the category of the traveler. Advances for official business travel will be issued up to 5 days in advance of the travel date, whereas advances for lump sums can be issued from 8 weeks prior to the travel date. No travel advances should be made for trips with a total duration of less than 24 hours. In cases in which such advances are required to avoid undue financial hardship on the traveler, the travel and shipment approver can manually enter the travel advance payable in the travel request. Early check-in and early check-out to or from hotels. In exceptional circumstances in which travel arranged or approved by the organization result in a travel incurring charge for having to check in early or check out late from a hotel, the traveler may claim reimbursement assuming the travel request is duly approved and scanned receipt are attached to the expense report. The traveler will be reimbursed the actual accommodation cost, not to exceed the accommodation portion of the standard DSA rate. And travel document. It is the traveler's responsibility to ensure that all required travel documents are valid and accurate and obtain the necessary visas for the destination. Transit stops and return travel where applicable prior to departure. United Nations issued travel document complement the holder's national passport, but don't replace government issued travel documents. Further information, travel documents can be found in the guide to the issuance of United Nations travel documents. That's all from me. Thank you.